Hi, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Vasquez. I am a partner engineer on our global public sector team at Google Cloud. And today we're going to be showing you BigQuery. All right. So, what is BigQuery? So, BigQuery is our fully managed serverless data warehouse solution that allows you to store exabytes worth of data. So, that's exabytes, that's a lot of data, and do analytics at petabyte scale. And just to put things into perspective, we recently ran a petabyte query in around 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, so that's blazing fast. Now, with BigQuery, the beauty of it being a managed service is that you don't have to install any hardware, you don't have to install any software or do any patching or any software updates. All of that is taken care of by Google, and you don't need to be a DBA to get started. So if you're a data analyst and you know how to do SQL queries, you can get started right away. Simply just log into the BigQuery console, load your data sets, and start doing queries just like that. And again, because it is a managed service by Google, we take care of the encryption, the durability, and high availability of your system. You can also do predictive analytics with machine learning directly in the BigQuery console. So no need for a separate tool to set up a Jupyter notebook or anything like that. You can run machine learning queries right in the BigQuery console from the very start. And then lastly, you can actually use BigQuery now on other clouds. I'll show you more on that here in a little bit. As you can see from this architecture diagram, we do things a little different compared to some other data warehouses out there. So we actually separate storage and compute. So they're decoupled and they can scale independently on demand. So what this does is offer immense flexibility and cost control for your business, since you don't need to keep your expensive compute resources up and running all the time. It's very different from your traditional node-based cloud data warehouse solution, or even compared to a lot of the on-prem data warehouse solutions out there. On top of that, it runs on our petabit network. So again, everything is blazing fast, which is why we're able to run those petabyte queries extremely fast. And then you heard me mention multi-cloud earlier, right? So a more recent announcement is the ability to use BigQuery on data sets that are residing in other clouds, such as AWS. So you might have your data set stored on an Amazon S3 bucket. BigQuery, with the power of Anthos, our multi-cloud tool, allows you to run BigQuery analytics on that data set, even on other clouds. And again, it's a single interface. The control plane lives on Google. This ensures a secure connection between Google Cloud and the other public clouds to transmit the query to the other clouds and get the results back to BigQuery. So it's still a fully managed service, and again, a multi-cloud solution, because we know that multi-cloud is really important to our customers. All right, so let me show you a quick demo. Let me switch screens here. We're actually going to be doing this demo on a public data set provided by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid. So CMS, a US payer provider healthcare organization. Okay, so here you can see the BigQuery console. So again, I didn't install anything. I didn't set up any infrastructure. I logged into my console, uh, went into BigQuery, and here is the BigQuery page. Now, here is the query that we're going to run. And what we want to find out from the CMS data, the Medicare Medicaid data, is in 2014, what was the most prescribed medication in each state? Okay, so this is a query that's going to figure that out. If you can see here, this green line here, this is the data set that we're running our query against. This is the public data set that was provided by CMS. You can see here the query will process about a gigabyte's worth of data. So it's a gig's worth of data that will be combing through. Let's make sure that cached data or cached results is unchecked so that you know I'm not cheating here and using cached data. I'll go ahead and save that. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this query here. And it's running. And let's see here. Okay, so 1.3 seconds elapsed through a gig's worth of data, and we got our results. So as you can see, that was really quick. Now let's check out our results here. Okay, so it looks like levothyroxine sodium was the most prescribed medication in California in 2014. Total claim count, that's a lot. All right, so let's break this down a little bit. If we look at the execution details, that query ran in 1.3 seconds. Okay. Now, how much data did it go through in 1.3 seconds? Well, it started with 24 million rows in that data set, 24 million. And we wanted an output of 5. So we broke down the 24 million rows, got our output of 5 results in 1.3 seconds. And you can see our results here. If you wanted to use this data in another application, you could output it in JSON and use it in that way. Now, let's say we want to visualize this data. You can do so very quickly with BigQuery. If you click on Explore Data here, Explore with Data Studio, this brings up our free data visualization tool called Data Studio. Let's say we want to create a bar chart of this data. So here, click on a bar chart. Let's take our drug name here, and we'll use this as our dimension, okay? And then the total claim count as a metric, because we want to see and visualize what was the most prescribed medication in 2014. All right, and from our query, you can see that levothyroxine sodium was the most prescribed medication in the United States in 2014 with over 9 million claims. Looks like hydrocodone acetaminophen was the second most. But what I'm trying to show you here is that in around 2 minutes, we're able to run that query on that data set and visualize it all without needing to install anything, right? Out there without any infrastructure to manage. Now, let me go back to the query here. And we talked earlier about using the CMS data set. We have a lot of data sets that are accessible for you to use right off the bat. So if you go back to your console here and you go to explore data sets, these are all public data sets that you have access to that you can start running queries on right away. You don't even need to load this data into BigQuery. It's already there. We have COVID-19 data sets. We have a lot of healthcare data sets for those that work in government healthcare, right? We have CDC data, NIH data, CMS. So a lot of data sets that already exist here. And the beauty of leveraging these data sets is that Google pays for the storage. You don't need to pay for the storage here. We'll pay for it. And to do compute on this or to run your queries, the amount of compute it takes, if it's below our free tier, then that's free. Beyond that, then you would need to pay for the compute nodes to run your queries. But again, super easy to get started. Go ahead and play around in there, do some analytics. And if you have any questions or want to learn more, feel free to reach out to our partners here at Carasoft or to your Google contact. All right, well, thanks a lot for watching, and have a great one.